Hi and welcome back to Plant Vixen. Today I'm going to make a trellis ladder. So it's a ladder trellis for a new Hoya that I bought. I got this wee puppy, this wee Australis, and I'd like it to go up a ladder trellis. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to make it. So I haven't made it yet, so this is my first try. Going to give it a go with you and see how we go. So things you're going to need. You're going to need some dowel. So this is this dowel is 7 millimeters, but anything you've got to work with is fine. And the length of these, for the length I want to choose, is 80 centimeters long. So some dowel, 2 bits for the ladder, and we need, go back up there, one more piece of dowel that you cut into smaller lengths. Now I want mine to be not too wide, so I've done it at 12 centimeters long, and all I did with that was I got my garden cutters because I couldn't find a saw, measured from there to there and put a wee mark on it so I know where I'm at. Get my cutters, go around a wee bit, like that, and a wee bit of sandpaper to just sort of smooth that edge off a wee bit, make it a bit nicer. If you haven't got sandpaper, your concrete outside your house is just as good to smooth off those edges. Right, so now I've got 5 pieces this long at 12 centimeters, and I'm going to get my first long piece of dowel, and I'm going to pop some nails in at a measured distance. So I've got my big ruler here. Now I want a wee bit off the top before I put it on so it looks like a ladder. Probably sort of about there. So we'll measure that, and that's 5 centimeters. So 5 centimeters from the top is where you want your first nail mark to go. I'll just measure that on. Oh, my pen's not working. Wait a minute, I'll just grab another pen. Pen, where are you? That one. The good old Sharpie. So I'm just going to do a wee dot where I want the nail to go in. And from there, I think yes, right. So from there I want it to go there, 10 centimeters down, 4, 20 centimeters. So now I have put dots right down my stick, and they're all lining up, and I'm just going to put a nail into each one of these. I'm trying to keep them straight and not quite, or only just through the other side by a couple of millimeters. I'll just knock that down like that. One more. Right, so I've just got it through the other side, so I'm just going to go and do that on both sticks. And the last one, oh, a bit crooked there. So some of it is just getting it straight. It takes a bit of getting used to, and just double checking as you go. That's still going to be a bit crooked. Yeah. Right, so now I have nails in right down, and the next thing I am going to do is get my bits of dowel, and I'm going to push them onto the nail head like that, so it's nice and in the middle, and just tap that down into the end of the, like so. So don't worry if it's a wee bit crooked for the minute, because when we put the other side on in a minute, when all of these are on, we'll be able to straighten it all up again. So the next one. So you push it into the end that you sanded, like that, and tap tap away. Right, so I have got these all down here. So some of them, if you look down it, some of them are a wee bit crooked, like this one here. That can just bend on the nail a wee bit to come back into square. And I'm just going to get this other one now, and I'm going to line it up here, like that, push it in, and then now I'm going to push the other ones down just a wee bit as well, just so it's not sitting up on top of itself. Oh no, not my calathea. Oh, my little baby, are you alright? Are you alright, my plant? It's fine, she's fine. It's one of my new babies, my wee calathea. I'm trying my hand at calatheas now. So I've got pretty much everything else. Most of it's little, but that's okay. Right, so I just push that into there, and there, and line them all up nicely. And the last one there. Right. So what I'm going to do from here now is just tap these down, so. Ah. Like that. And I'll go along and do all of those. Oh, get back in there. Right, now the next one. And then the last one. Just get that lined up. Right. So now we have a ladder. But what I want to do, just as an extra safe bonus for it. Oh, let's take my. Okay, so my glue has gone funny. That's alright. I have an old paintbrush, and I will. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some glue in the creases. This is just a PVA wood glue. I don't intend on misting the plant that's going to be on here, or if I do, it won't be very much, so it won't affect the glue. Get off there, and just go down and do that on all sides. Yes. Right, so with the PVA glue, it dries clear, so you won't actually see it. And I'm just going to do one side instead of both. So this will be the back of my plant ladder. Right. And the last one. Just like that. Right. That was silly. Right, wait, put it on that. whatever. No, go. You sit there until you dry. Alright, so lid back on my PVA like that. So now we have our ladder, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to repot this Hoya. I bought it off Facebook today, so I'm going to repot this Hoya into a cover pot and then put it into a bowl, because I don't like this. The lady said there was bits stuck in. Yep, so I've got cuttings in here, yeah, as well as a plant. So I'm going to work with that, probably give it a bit of a tidy and a trim. We have a new peduncle and leaf growing through here. So I will get everything I need for this, and they're here. Right, so I am back. I've got all the things I need to repot this baby. Yep, that pot's going to fit. So I've just got a bucket, so I'm going to tip it out and inspect the root system. I do this on every single new plant I buy. Usually if it's, I'll leave it for a week or two, but I want to get it out of this metal pot. I don't think a Hoya will like that. So what I'm going to do is just give it a pat on the bottom. Now I know it won't come out as a full clump because of the shape of the pot that's here. So I'm just going to scratch around the outside. I don't want to do that with my fingernails. Yeah, I'll use the handle of a kiwi way, the handle of a paintbrush, and I'm just going around the outside of the pot so I don't accidentally snap roots or destroy anything too badly. Hoyas don't tend to have many roots at all. So, oh god, the soil is so wet. So wet. Come on, baby. Here we go. So, oh, there we go. We're all out. So I'll put my pot there for a minute. Now, this, I have another cutting unrooted. Now, this lady did tell me that there were a lot of unrooted cuttings in there, but there we go. There is a root system that's in there, which is pretty decent. This plant has new growth in here and there, so this will probably throw out a good peduncle out here this year. I think this came off one big long vine, so what I'm going to do, I think that pot is going to be too big, way too big, especially for that and a cutting or two. So I'm just going to grab a smaller pot. So I've got my smaller pot. I don't mind what it looks like because they all go in cover pots. I prefer cover pots and just keep leaving things in the plastic nursery pots, because then I'm recycling and stopping stuff from going to landfill as well. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is, so the soil is so dense, I'm going to get some of my stuff with pumice in it so it soaks. So I've got
Mama,
my decent potting soil.
Mommy.
Yes, my darling. Sorry. Right, so I've got potting soil that hasn't got a bit more drainage through it, rather than just straight soil. So that one there, tuck it in like this. And actually I will use that bigger pot. I will use the bigger one because I want it in that pot with the new, some of that in the bottom. Right, so I'm going to stick this in here like this and just make sure the roots have somewhere to go. Like that. I'm going to fill it up nice and full. So I've got a bit more in here. And I'm just putting some of this denser, more water loving, I suppose you could call it, soil on the top, because I am actually going to chuck a couple of those cuttings in as well, just so I can climb it up that ladder a lot better. Right, so that is now sitting in there, and I will use our new ladder and I'll poke that in the pot like so. Okay, right to the bottom. I don't need it full at the moment, and I'm going to need to tie that on. So a wee bit of string. Where's the end of my string? There. So this is just cotton string. Anything works. Whatever you've got, it will work. I was going to tie that onto there, because I have got that new peduncle coming in. So now I don't want to tie it too tight, but not too loose on the back of here. So I'd like it to have a little bit of movement if it would like to move. Alright, so just tie that on there, that. Get my scissors and just tidy those ends because I don't want to see those. So that is what it looks like at the back. So now the next thing I'm going to do is let's get some of these. This one has a root on it and a bit of rot. A root and a rot. So there's a wee bit of root rot on this bit here, but that root there is still fine. So what I'm going to do is just get my nippers. I'm going to cut that wee bit of rot off, because you don't need that at all. Just that one wee root that is in there, like that. So that's what I'm going to go the other way, and I'm going to push it in quite close to the other plant, so it looks like one big plant in a pot. So I've just made a wee hole in the soil with the handle of my paintbrush. I'm going up there. And there's another bit just to fill in that bottom. That bit looks quite sad. I think I might water propagate that one. What else have we got? This one, the nose looking healthy. So this one here, the nose looking a lot healthier. So bent around a bit, but that's alright. So I'm just going to stick that in the ground down here. So there's no roots on that one yet, so I'm absolutely fine just to jam it on down in there. When you have the root system on the plant, it makes it a heck of a lot harder to get it in to the soil. So I'm just positioning those leaves so they sit nicely. Get in there, because there will be a peduncle come off this side, and I'd like it to go straight up the side like the rest is. Right. Oh, that bit came off. I'll propagate that bit. Damn it. And a really nice peduncle too. That's alright, we'll propagate him. That should regrow anyway. That'll regrow out of here. And I'm just going to chuck this one in. This one looks like it's got something going on. So I'll just chuck that in as well. So that's now 4 Hoya Australis plants in there. That one's going to hold up quite nicely, I think. So yeah, that's that. And then I'm just going to use this bowl, the same bowl as before. Just dust some of that out. And pop it in like that. Now I know this bit here is showing, so what I like to do with that is get my sphagnum moss and pop it around, and that sort of just covers the pot and gives it a real natural sort of look. Now I use florist sphagnum, And I'll do this through the camera. I'm just going to pop it around like that. And that just sort of hides that pot, gives it a bit of green. You know, it's going to take a while for this guy to sort of pick up his toes and decide he's going to do what he wants to do. A wee bit more in, like this. Put it up there, like that. So there we go. So that covers that pot. It keeps the gold pot looking nice, and it's not overbearing. Now this stuff won't grow. Unfortunately, I've had it dry for far too long. I think about 6 years it's been dry. So let's get going and tie that. So there we go. That's my new Hoya Australis on the ladder. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I have got some more things I'd like to make. I've been wanting to make this ladder for a while, so I'm really super excited that this worked. And we will chat to you next time. Thank you very much for watching. And please subscribe down the bottom here. I've got a lot more videos coming in the next couple of weeks. Got a few things going. So enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you very much.